Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life. They were close to first in the door today, a longtime friend from the UK, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, a Godzilla fan, and somebody who does a lot more along the lines of artistic creation, and I'm talking about filmmaking, vlogging, poetry, music, and more. John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, I'm likely quite behind. I'm going to set some notifications for some premieres over here. I'm going to grab one of your latest videos. I'll take the latest one and I'll put that into a special playlist I use called Catch Up, and that's just because it's my Catch Up playlist. I use that to keep caught up with creators or get caught up when I need to. Playlists can be a great tool for that. John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, is closing in on 1,600 subscribers, and this creator has got quite a few shorts here, getting into over 1,000 views, one at 1,600, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel are occasional, but they did one just a few weeks ago, so hopefully we'll see some more from John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, and this is a creator who's been a friend of ours for almost 4 years. So thank you everybody for coming in. I've got quite a few names on our wheel already. Let me spin, we'll get the next channel ready to go, and I'll do some introductions here. Canadian Family Life. Tiffany, I missed your live stream again today. I had a rain day, so I was working indoors on the computer for the most part, but not quite all day. I was able to catch a few streams, and I had seen Canadian Family Life. I think she was in Gail's Broken Hearts Ministry, if I'm not mistaken, towards the end of the day. And I noticed somebody else in one of the chats saying they enjoyed her live stream this morning, if I wasn't mistaken. She's on the wheel. Rushing Wind Mountain and Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, of course, are there. The Stock Explorers here as a member and a moderator. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is in the house. Rihanna's birthday is coming up this Sunday, by the way. They do their Sunday Fun, I think it's on Sunday, their Sunday Fun live stream series, which will be returning in September, but they've got one scheduled for her birthday. We'll check that out when we get to the channel. Chris and Larry Homestead is in the house, a channel that has long surpassed their 10,000 subscribers and has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here with us for several years now. Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom, one of the most supportive creators that I have met in my journey on YouTube of 7 years now. And then Michael's Adventures is a beloved and dedicated moderator who will send his regards any day that he can't be here just due to a work schedule. So, thank you everybody again, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know Controversial Cruising is here. Cake No Eat Meat Day with Cherry on Top and More is in the house. Travels and Gardening with DJ is here. Paralife TV, that's Shane, your everyday wheelchair ninja. If there's any luck, I believe he said in August he might be heading to my area of Niagara Falls, Canada. We might have an in real life meetup. Paralife TV's been a friend of ours for what I think is about 3 years as well. Cruise Bolero's brand new to Tuber Chat. They're here for the second or third time right now. Mighty Heidi Dream Warrior might be here for the first time, and forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Gia Chia Tortilla was early in the door, and from the UK, Wayne's World Unlimited is in the house as well. And yes, pardon me, Cake No Eat Meat Day with Cherry on Top and More. Jevin Richardson is in the house. Roadkill Gaming Jory is here. Quite a busy beginning, so thank you everybody, especially because we've been doing our streams as pop-ups lately. AceFlaw1, Andy's been a friend of mine for about 5 years actually. Mark the Shark is in the house, another longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And we're looking right now at Home Bartending with John. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I just put Mr. Fulton Mraz on the wheel. He's been a friend of mine for about 5 years as well, since long before Tuberchat was even a thought. And he always has interesting news for us in the chat. His birthday's coming up. Home Bartending with John has two one-of-a-kind channels in the Tuberchat family, as a matter of fact. The first thing he does here on Home Bartending with John is teaches us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. He does that in different variations, sometimes influenced by pop culture. Often we'll have a drink in mind, but find out from movies, music, and television that there might be different ways to make these types of drinks, or from cultural differences in our different geographic locations, if that makes sense. Home Bartending with John will give us the tools we need to use behind the bar, or a look at them, and he will tell us what it takes to keep a bar like his replenished, although we don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what he's got here. He also does a lot of product reviews on his channel, and he takes requests. Actually, he's done a couple for me already. He does comparisons between different beers, liquors, liqueurs, and he does series as well within his collection of videos. And what I mean by that is he will give us a couple of videos on low-calorie cocktails, or at least one video on non-alcoholic mocktails, as they're called, and things like that. So obviously an informative channel, and Home Bartending with John has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuberchat family for at least a couple of years. He is now over 8,000 views on one of these shorts videos, and he's got quite a few of these now. Live streams are an idea from the past. We'll see if he's going to do any more of those, but we got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, good to see you in the house. Susan, I was so happy to be able to catch you. Thank you for the kind words and warm welcome this morning. In Toronto, where I work most of the time, we had a rain day today. So I wasn't working outdoors as I usually do, which takes me away from the computer. So things ease up for me around December, but for the next few months I struggle to get into as many live streams and premieres as I have for the last few months. But always happy to support everybody as much as I can, and I always enjoy my time in the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch's live streams, which happen every Wednesday. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat, we're looking at The Pipe Guy. This is a second channel from Home Bartending with John. This is where he brings us industrial pipe lamps and industrial pipe art, which is really, really cool. To be honest with you, I'd never seen this at all on or off of YouTube before Home Bartending with John introduced the channel to us. But if you have a look at these videos, he's only got a few here so far, you're going to get an idea of the kind of things he intends to bring to us. He's got 42 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him a little bit farther towards the first 100. We know he must be thinking about it. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Next up is Rushing Wind Mountain. This is somebody we refer to as Ruby in the chat. And Rushing Wind Mountain is closing in on 4,000 subscribers right now. This creator brings us relaxation, peace, calm, ASMR type content with pleasing visuals and pleasing audio to go along with it, featuring nature and wildlife from the Pacific Northwest. Pardon me just for 1 second. I'm so sorry, Wayne's World Unlimited. I missed your super chat there. I don't know how. I missed it entirely. Thank goodness Scratch and Pete PA caught that. I don't know if I would have figured that out at any point. The widgets that you see on the screen here, by the way, I'm using Streamlabs Desktop, which was born out of OBS. When you look around the screen, you see a couple of different things here. In the bottom center of the screen is what we call an event list. So every time a super chat membership or anything like that happens, they're supposed to be added to the list, but we have to remember that these online services don't always work 100% of the time. So it's very possible to make promises suggesting that you're going to be able to guarantee that people are able to have a certain amount of exposure and things like that, especially when you're getting into memberships and things like that. So you have to be very careful about that when you're relying on an online service. But this is just an idea. So thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. We're going to put Wayne's World Unlimited up next. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as that happens. We'll get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. Marketplace Boutique, I thought you were going live unless you've already finished. They were about to go live right before I started Tuber Chat today. Of course, we don't have a schedule here. I mix up the days and times. And Marketplace Boutique goes live frequently, actually, usually several times a week. So sorry I will have to miss that, of course. Prez the Investor, I didn't miss. I caught him again this morning. Prez the Investor is live all the time, almost daily. I was able to catch them. I'm going to put both of these channels onto the wheel right away. Like I said, we put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat right now. And when we look at Rushing Wind Mountain, I was describing the idea that they give us pleasing audio and visuals from the Pacific Northwest, both when we think about wildlife and nature. And I'm just going to grab the latest video. They've put up quite a few in the last few days. Did I not already have? Maybe I'm running the catch-up, the end of the catch-up playlist in the background here. So maybe I haven't run the last one of these that I took from the other day. But I've got the latest video now in my catch-up list for sure. So that will be run before we're back again on Friday. We're going to do a mid-afternoon stream, which I used to not be able to do. So that'll be at noon Eastern on Friday. Shorts on this channel, pardon me. Shorts on this channel feature humorous moments if you dig through enough of them. And some of them have gotten as high as 11,000, 12,000, and even 16,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are something they've experimented with as well, up to even a week ago. And you get an idea of the beautiful visuals and pleasing audio that's going to come along with that. They've experimented both with the vertical and horizontal live streams, or if we want to call it portrait and landscape mode. So I hope everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who tries to be here for every stream, which they succeed in, actually. And then they've been with us for what I think is 3 years and beyond as well. So thank you again, Ruby, for being here. I think I ran into them earlier today in somebody's stream as well. They're out supporting other creators all the time. Wayne's World Unlimited is coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Mr. Fulton Baraz is going to be next up. I see Backyard Trucker coming into the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel in a moment. Wayne's World Unlimited is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's been with us for at least a year. I think it's closer to a year and a half, maybe even longer by now. 754 subscribers. He comes to us from the UK, and this creator posts purely variety on his channel, although most of it is outdoors. Often stories to be told, and one interesting thing that this creator does that's somewhat unique is they not only give us bloopers and outtakes, but they actually make separate videos for them. So when we watch a featured video on the channel, we might get a outtake video to go along with it. Wayne's World Unlimited is incredibly supportive. You're starting to recognize other creators in his thumbnails as well. Angel Light Over Darkness is in there. Shorts have done extremely well. This creator's gotten into thousands of views with many of them, 10,000, 13,000, and one over at almost 250,000 views, which is spectacular. Then live streams on the channel. So Wayne's World Unlimited has experimented with these. We'll see if this creator is going to keep that up. They've got we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Mr. Fulton Mraz is coming up right now, and I promised to put Backyard Trucker onto the wheel. Bella's Whisper Farmstead's already been added, and like I keep saying, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Thank you one more time, Wayne's World Unlimited, for that super chat. He's done that kind of thing countless times before. I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. And like I keep mentioning, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as that happens, and then we get back to spinning the wheel like we just did. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Oh, I slid into my office today like at the last second, so I literally am behind in getting myself set up, but that's okay. I'll appreciate everybody's patience while I fumble around in the background here. When we look at Mr. Fulton Mraz, this is a creator who's been a friend of mine now for over 5 years. They're one of the first that I met in the small YouTuber community. After I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years, I actually started by running other people's channels. And then I started my channel about a year after I started. And then about a year after that, I started meeting all these creators like Mr. Fulton Mraz and some of their friends that all supported each other and helped each other along, and I don't remember seeing that in any other industry I've ever worked in or been in. So I was overwhelmed by the generosity of these creators, and it's interesting to see that after 700 episodes of Tuber Chat, we still have people like AceFlaw1 and Mr. Fulton Mraz coming around to support others and hang out here in Tuber Chat. So Mr. Fulton Mraz always has interesting news. They got a birthday coming up, well over 2,000 subscribers now. They do a lot of interviews on their channel and a little bit of variety. I've been honored to have been interviewed by them on their channel. And I'm just going to grab one of their latest fast food reviews here from Sonic, because we don't have Sonic in Canada where I am, so I'll be interested to see that. I believe I ate Sonic once, but it was forever ago. I wouldn't even remember what I had. Mr. Fulton Mraz as well has shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 1,400, 1,700 views and beyond. They bring pure variety, as we would expect, and then live streams on the channel. Mr. Fulton Mraz is live frequently. So hopefully everybody will connect with him, push him towards the 2,100 subscribers we know he's thinking about. And I'd love for you to get some of his support coming back to you as well. Stephen Tina Jewel, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Butler Family Farm is here. We're going to get Jerry and Susan onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. Let me spin and we'll see who's coming up next. And then what we'll do is we'll go on a break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our new video interview series. What these are conversations that have gone on for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours in an interview style, where I've spoken to creators who've been friends of Tuber Chat and us here in this family for several years, and each one of these creators has long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuber Chat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know, so always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime,
Okay.
but we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in a weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of
There you go.
you know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So even though, but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is and also it's good, it's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're just about back. I see
Looks like we have it already.
Pardon me, we're just about back. I see Jose Fantasticville coming into the chat. It's good to see you here. I've got another couple of channels onto the Wheel Globies Travels, Pretty Witty and Risky, and P&J's Homestead Adventures are all there. Brooklyn Rose Gifts, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everybody. So I wanted to look at the live streams first over here. Yes, Rihanna's birthday celebration is coming up on the 14th, 2 p.m. Eastern, so that'll be Sunday. And that is interesting individual live stream. It will be a lot of fun. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have been with us here in Superchat for probably 3 years, somewhere around there. They're fellow Canadians from Medicine Hat, Alberta. Typically, they bring us a Sunday live stream every week. They're taking the summer off from that series, but they are injecting into their live stream playlist an extra live stream for Rihanna's birthday, which will be exciting. And then they'll get back to it in September. They've already got the first couple ready to go, and I've got my notifications on for those as well. So, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is a couples vlogging channel. These creators will bring us into their home to give us a chance to get to know them and take us outdoors for a lot of adventures, sightseeing, especially around Medicine Hat, Alberta. So, they post frequently, at least once a week on average, and then these creators as well have got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 2,600, 5,800, 6,700 and beyond, and their shorts videos include all kinds of variety, usually in line with what they're doing in their long form content. Pardon me. I am Betty J Gathers is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel for a second here. We'll get back to Mike and Rihanna's Adventures because they've got another couple of channels now to have a look at. And I see Together We Travel has come into the chat. Good to see you here. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. And Beautiful Life Sage, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Now, when I look for Rihanna's Life Adventures, I'm going to find a second channel from these creators. This one features Rihanna and a chance to get to know her a little bit better. The content here is in line with what they're doing on their vlogging channel, where we get a chance to both get indoors to get to know Rihanna and follow her adventures inside, as well as she'll take us out on other adventures outdoors. This creator's got a few shorts that have already started moving, and then they've got some live streams as well, so we'll be looking forward to that series continuing as well. They're almost at 100 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can get them a little bit closer. And they've got a third channel here. This is called Storm Chasers, Mike and Rihanna. So they're going to give us some weather updates and do some storm chasing over here. I'm just going to have a look at their videos. They've got a few here already. They've got shorts that have already started. An enthusiastic Mike is there as well. And 32 subscribers, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. The first 100's as challenging as ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing and hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Carolina Diamond Productions has come in, and the skipper is here. That is the creator behind the Numismaniac. Oh, and then a bump on a vlog. I thought you were going to ask a serious question there for a second, but that was, you made me laugh and trip me up for a second there. And then I'm going to have a trouble for not keeping that in the forefront of my mind as well now. The Bud Files is here, and they dropped a premiere today, which I was lucky to be able to catch the tail end of, but they're everywhere supporting other creators all the time. again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And Canadian Family Life is up on the screen right now. I missed her live stream this morning, apparently. I'm just going to head over there. Yeah, I missed this. Why? I don't know. Because, was it yesterday or was it today? And then, yeah, I was lucky to have a rain day today. Maybe it was yesterday, and that's why I missed it. Somebody had said they really enjoyed that live stream. So, yeah, I was sad to have missed that, of course. Canadian Family Life goes live approximately once a month, and what they are doing is bringing us a bit of family togetherness. Sometimes it's just Tiffany by herself. But she's recognizable even today. A few hours ago, I caught her on what I think was Broken Hearts Ministry channel, but she's collaborated with so many other creators, it's hard to even keep track. She's literally supporting everybody all the time, it seems. By not only hopping in and out of premieres and live streams chats, but literally hopping on panel with people. This channel's monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Backyard Trucker, I copied out your question there. I'm going to address it as soon as I get past the next channel. And M&J, good to see you in the house. Canadian Family Life is closing in on 3,400 subscribers right now, and they've put out a brand new video. So I'm just going to grab this one, put it into my catch-up list. Canadian Family Life is known to bring us grocery hauls, Happy Meal videos, shout-outs for other creators, container gardening, as well as the live streams I was talking about, and a lot of cooking videos as well. They post frequently, actually. They're usually posting at least a couple times a week, more often even 3 times a week or even more. TWTTV, good to see you in the house. When we look at shorts on Canadian Family Life's channel, we see that these have gotten into 2,500 views, one at 2,800, one at 5,500, which is great to see. And they continue to post these as well. Hopefully we'll see some more. I just want to see what they've done lately. Hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. It's one of the fastest growing channels in the Superchat family over the last 4 years or so. And then Tiffany's husband, Chris's Creation Fun, has another channel as well, and he brings us a little bit of help for that container garden, building some grow lights and working on solar equipment, and then do-it-yourself videos, including fixing a 3D printer, which he used to make the first handful of videos on the channel, more than a handful with 3D printing, and then shorts on the channel as well have started. Now Chris's Creation Fun has locked in his first 100, so I'm hoping we can push him towards the 200 we know he's thinking about as well. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you in the house. That's Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. And let me think about spinning the wheel, and we're going to get to Backyard Trucker's question. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So P&J's Homestead Adventure, this is Paula and Jason, and they are here with us just about every day as well, for which I'm grateful. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for hours at a time whenever we stream, so I do appreciate every moment, and I know we've got a few friends that run the streams in the background, so I always appreciate that as well. Our dear friend Jaden is usually back there. He's been making frequent appearances everywhere lately. And then Backyard Trucker just had a question that I wanted to address before we get into this channel. Calico Panthers Catch a Deal is the same creator from Tend the Sheep Where You Are. Don't pass them by. So when we look at the idea of Backyard Trucker's question, they say, can you take multiple videos at the same time to a new playlist all at once, or do you have to move them one at a time? No, you can absolutely add videos to a playlist and more than one playlist at a time. So let me just take this, let's see what they've got for new videos here. I'm going to take whatever suggested to me here by YouTube. I'm going to take this video, which I have not seen yet, and then all I do is go down to add save to playlist. This is just one of a handful of ways of doing this, but you see that I've got these check boxes. I can add it into as many playlists as I want, and I can even include a new playlist if I want to make one. So hopefully that answers the question. Hopefully that's what you meant, and then if you need me to clarify, just let me know. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,200, 2,500 views. Paula and Jason are going to bring us New York State in a homesteading collection of videos, and they've already collaborated with other creators. I keep mentioning Gail today from Gail Southern Living. There's a collaboration called the Garden Tour Club, and a lot of our homesteading friends and other channels as well are bringing us a lot of garden updates, which is really, really cool, because all of these creators seem to want to share knowledge and resources with each other. Somebody like me has a lot to learn from them. They're able to bring us all 4 seasons in content, of course, a little bit of winter weather there, and everything in between, mostly outdoors on this channel. Their shorts fall in line with all of their long form content, and then they did a live stream a couple of months ago. We'll see if they're going to keep those up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Embarkation Nation, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and it looks like it's a close one, but Chris and Larry Homestead is up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So, when we think about hopes and dreams and things like that, we're hoping that Chris and Larry Homestead is going to be featured as the 5th creator in our new video interview series called How to Get 10,000 Subscribers on Your YouTube Channel, because Chris and Larry Homestead actually came to us with almost 10,000. I think they had 9 point something, if I remember right, and that was several years ago, and then now they've long surpassed that. They've gotten into halfway to 18,000 subscribers now. So the idea behind that video series, and I keep playing clips from the series during our Tuber Chat live streams lately. The idea is for these creators to be able to let us know how they did it, knowing that they've been friends of the Tuber Chat family for several years, so they know what we're looking for, and they can give us their personal experience because they've all done it. Beautiful Life Stage, I'll talk about swapping playlists in a quick second here. Metrosonic, good to see you in the house. I ran into them earlier today supporting other creators as well. Chris and Larry Homestead is going to bring us homesteading content. This is a large family of what I believe is 10, yes, Christian family of 10, homeschooling and homesteading their way through life. They literally do everything together, and there are videos of any kind you could imagine from a homesteading channel and more. I didn't realize that they also create merchandise. That was something I learned, I think, a year ago now. They've been with us a long time. And Chris and Larry Homestead, constantly busy, but they bring us all kinds of life lessons, all kinds of family togetherness, and a lot of indoor and outdoor mix like we'd expect from a homesteading channel. And then shorts on their channel as well have gotten into 5,800 and 8,100 views, mostly outdoors. They take us on adventures as well, as we can see. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And live streams are frequent as well. Now, they used to do this as a series. It's been a little while, but I'll have a chance to talk to them soon enough and find out if that's coming back as well. And then Ghostly Winds is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. And Ghostly Winds always has the most fun and creative things to say, especially about the Wheel of Doom. here in Tuber Chat. So we'll look at their channel right now. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as that happens. We add members onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a long period of time, I will add names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Sweet Melissa, it's good to see you here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Now, right before we talk about Ghostly Winds, who's been a dear friend for a very long time. They've been with us since almost the beginning of Tuber Chat. It's getting on 4 years now. I'm going to talk about their content in a second, and I got quite a story to tell when I talk about Ghostly Winds. But there was another question just about the idea of swapping playlists and exactly how that works. So it's a simple arrangement that anybody can make. You're just agreeing to run a playlist of somebody's videos. They're agreeing to run a playlist of yours. There's a lot of benefit to this, but you can see right away that if you get a lot of different creators, to run an entire playlist of your videos, your watch hours are going to start to grow. So, it's a simple arrangement. You're only obligated to run the playlist, although watching or commenting on as many as possible, giving thumbs up and things like that would be helpful. You're only obligated to run it. So therefore, it's something easy to do. You can do it when you work, when you sleep, when you eat, when you go out. You could do it on another device if you have one, like an old phone or a tablet, or in another window on a computer, like a lot of our friends do here. So it's easy stuff. And then the other couple of benefits are this. When you trade favors with another creator, you are certain to be favored by them. At the same time, you'll probably be favoring them in the future as well. But once you have traded favors with somebody and now can call them a friend, they will likely be there for most of what you're going to come up with in the future. So regardless if you have 20 videos, 50, 100 or more on your channel right now, they're going to catch the next, plenty out of the next 50 or 100 videos you're going to do. So your watch hours are going to start to grow exponentially. Then when somebody is running an entire playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end, which means that the averages on your channel for retention or average time or percentage viewed per video is going to go up as well. So lots of benefit there, and this is how we solidify friendships. So I don't interfere or facilitate. I just let everybody do that here in the chat because I know how helpful it can be for all of us. So anybody's free to swap playlists at any time. You simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. You can reach out to anybody in the chat. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, just please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oliver Lifestyle Jamaica, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, Ghostly Winds. It really has been about 4 years. Pretty close to it. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Embarkation Nation, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that before. Ghostly Winds has done it as well. We've got Ghostly Winds on the screen right now. We're going to look at Embarkation Nation next, and then I'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Oh, and then Beautiful Life Sage is reaching out. For anybody that reached out to them to ask them about swap and playlist, they'll be happy to do it with you. And then the best success here in Tuber Chat for swapping playlists, for finding new friends and everything else, the best success is always found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators with patience, of course, but starting a conversation, because those of us who've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm talking months or years, some will not go to a brand new channel in the chat that they recognize. They will say hello and be pleasant and everything else, but they will not chase people down because they're very seasoned and they want to make a judgment call based on the things you say in the chat as to whether you might be a loyal and dedicated supporter before they will connect. Hopefully that all makes sense. KP Heathen, good to see you in the house. I've got you on the wheel as well. Yes, the Numus man, you're making me laugh repeatedly today. And then Yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And when we think of the channels on the screen. So, like I said, Ghostly Winds is up right now. Next up, we're going to put Embarkation Nation on the screen. They both drop super chats. However, the wheel and the screen, of course, are open to everybody, as they always have been. You do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member. We just put super chatters on the screen a little bit faster. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then I will add some names to the wheel from our chat list. Actually, in a few minutes, I'll get the first one on there. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And Ghostly Winds, like I said, has been a friend of what I believe is close to 4 years now. So they're actually, they always say the most fun things about our Wheel of Doom, as you saw in the chat earlier. And, pardon me while I just look at something in the background here. Huh, that's interesting. Pardon me. So I'm just trying to keep up with the chat a little bit. So Ghostly Winds is a channel that brings us video gameplay. So they mix up the games, but typically because you see the Sega and Nintendo logos on their banner, you see that this creator is bringing us a lot of retro video gameplay. It's interesting because somebody like myself actually grew up with those systems, but they're able to introduce me to games I had not already seen before. And they really mix things up, not to mention they're posting frequently. Now I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with them as much as anyone can. They post frequently, of course. They happen to be in Australia as well, so their time zone's quite a far cry off from us there. And then when we look at shorts on the channel, we see that these have gotten now into hundreds of views, one over 1,600. Which is great to see as well. And then live streams. I've been lucky to catch them many times during live streams. You can totally tell how much fun this creator's having while they're playing. They always give everybody a warm welcome. They stay engaged in the chat, and they mix up different video games as well. So this is a creator who I can tell you through my friendship with them over all these years, cares very much about the YouTube journey, those in their own family surrounding their channel, and those of us in the Superchat family as well. So I hope everybody will connect to Ghostly Winds, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And next up is going to be Embarkation Nation. Right before we get to their channel, what we're going to do is take a break. We'll make this one a quick one for 3.5 minutes. While we're gone, I'm going to add another channel to our wheel based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream, and we'll be right back. All right, we're just about
Great.
back.
Happened already.
Chat. Pardon me, I'm doing this every day now. We're going to look at Embarkation Nation in a quick second. The Numismaniac just gifted a membership, so we're going to make their channel the next one that we look at. But I forgot to turn on a setting earlier today. I usually make the chat wait 20 minutes for any brand new channels. I wondered why we had a few new channels a little bit faster than usual today. So if there's anybody listening or watching that was able to chat and now is not able to, it's just a setting on the chat. It'll open up again in a few minutes. So just please try refreshing your browser or app if you need to come back in. But as you can imagine, that feature that YouTube's given us helps. Of course, doesn't make anything perfect, nothing does, but it slows down some of the undesirable behavior that could come through a chat. Most people who act a certain way can't wait the 20 minutes to come through, and then they got to go and make new fake accounts and all that stuff. Not the only reason why we do it. It also gives a chance for everybody to see exactly what's happening here before coming in, so that they can make a judgment call for themselves as to whether they want to be a part of the community. But it seems to work out well. So I'll appreciate everybody's patience for that. Like I said, the Numismaniac is going to come up next. Embarkation Nation is on the screen already. They dropped a super chat earlier as well. So when those things happen, we put those channels up right away. But as promised, I said I was going to add a name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So I'm going to put Calico Panthers Catch a Deal onto the wheel right now. That's the same creator behind 10 the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By. They're also here frequently. Most of you probably recognize both of their channels. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Embarkation Nation is up on the screen right now, and this is one of my favorite taglines for a channel. They say on their banner, live each day like it's embarkation day, like we're starting a new adventure or starting a new journey, which is great. They're working on 1,400 subscribers, and of course they're monetized as well. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get into videos on the channel, I can see I'm behind. They've put a few out. I'm going to grab one of the latest ones. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And then when we get an idea right away that they're bringing us a lot of cruising content. They're bringing us the ships, tours, rooms, amenities, and excursions as well, or activities. And then when we get into shorts videos on the channel, we get a lot of content that falls in line with the theme of the channel, a small bit of variety here as well. But these have already started to get into 10,000, 12,000, even 13,000 views, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel are something that seem to be very frequent lately. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been a few months already, which is hard to believe. But yeah, they've been doing some on-location streaming, which is great. So hopefully I'll catch you for another one. And then we've got notification bells on for every single channel that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So thank you again for the super chat, Embarkation Nation. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And next up is the Numismaniac. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then the Numismaniac was making me laugh in the chat a few times. But one of the things they said is if you like spending anywhere from $100 to a few $100s on a dime, then their channel is for you, and absolutely it is. The Numismaniac is going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins and precious metals and other collectibles. They're doing a coin challenge with giveaways included on their channel right now. They're long past 900 subscribers, which makes them officially on the road towards the 1K, which is an important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. So we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone right now. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. They're putting these out every day, I believe, right? And then shorts on this channel as well. bring a little more variety, and about half of the videos, if not more, are in line with the theme of the channel. Of course, they're in Edmonton, Alberta, so they're able to bring us all 4 seasons as well. We see some of that famous Canadian winter weather there. One of their shorts videos has gotten over 1,700 views, which is great to see. Sal's Camper Life. So the way that I go about talking about channels here in Tuber Chat is typically based on how active everybody's been in the chat, how much you're conversating with other creators. We're going to be here for another 2 hours or so. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, and I'll get to as many as I can. Some days are busier than others. Today looks like we might be in good shape. It's just a very long wait a lot of the time. The truth is, the least important part of what we're doing here is putting channels on the screen. I know everybody likes it. I know everybody likes to hear their channel name and see their channel on the screen, but the magic really happens in the chat. That's why when I named the channel 4 years ago, I didn't call it Tuber Screen or Tuber Guy or Tuber Promo or all the other names we could have thought of. It's Tuber Chat, because the action actually happens within the chat. But like I said, I'll get to as many as I can. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream. But we're also here 3 times a week or more, so lots of opportunity to have channels promoted as well. The Numismaniac also does some live streams. They often have StreamYard panels. There's a skipper right there, and this is a creator who will always engage the chat while keeping up conversation. I see a few familiar faces there, and again, this channel's talking about numismatic collectible coins, a bit of history, and precious metals and things like that as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Numismaniac, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and fellow Canadian, as a matter of fact. And then Charlene Heel, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Next up, it looks like it's going to be KP Heathen. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Next up is KP Heathen. My imagination tells me I'm going to be behind with this channel, so we're going to have a look at what they've been doing lately. So they got 585 subscribers. First of all, they're working on 600. Hopefully we can push them a little bit closer. I see they've put out a few videos even just this week. It's been a while for me, so I'm going to grab the latest video here. A nice prepping video, which is great to see. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with their channel. And then when we have a look at their About page, they let us know prepping, cooking, and doing reviews on some of the things that they buy. They've got shorts on the channel as well. And when we look at these, we see that some of these have done really well also, getting into 2,200, 2,600, even a little bit farther. So hopefully everybody will connect with KP Heathen. Not only are they here in Tuber Chat frequently, but I see them out supporting other creators. I run into them constantly when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams myself, trying to do that same thing. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. We're moving quicker than usual today. William Burning the Tires, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Calico Panthers Catch a Deal is going to come up right now. So this is the same creator from the channel Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By. I will show you both of these. Oh, and then, yes, Sal's Camper Life. Yes, hopefully everybody is doing okay. I know there's been a lot of storms and a lot of atrocious weather, for lack of a better term, in a lot of different areas, heading all the way up here. We're catching the tail end of it right now. I live in Niagara Falls, but spend a lot of my time in Niagara as well. And then, when we look at Calico Panthers Catch a Deal, we see a channel that's working on its first 100 subscribers. So I'm hoping everybody will connect with them right away. We'd love to get them towards that milestone. We know that getting to the first 100 is as challenging as ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, making sure, pardon me, as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So, Calico Panthers Catch a Deal happens to be another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. As a matter of fact, this creator reset and restarted a while back, but I had joined them a long time ago on their channel for a 4-hour conversation, which was really, really cool. Angie Reviews, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Pardon me, I don't know why my voice is struggling today. We'd love to push this channel towards the first 100, but let's see where 10 the sheep where you are. Don't pass them by is right now. They got 1,000 subscribers. Wow. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, make sure they keep that 1,000 locked in. We all know that YouTube likes to play games with our numbers. Often we hit a milestone and then YouTube wants to drag us a little bit below. Angie Reviews, good to see you in the house. So 10 the sheep where you are, don't pass them by, brings variety into their videos. A little bit of grocery hauls lately, or reviews almost, and then when we get into shorts videos, we see that this creator wants to inspire us in a spiritual way, and we get that through the 2,400, 2,600, 2,700 views some of these shorts are getting. And then when we get into live streams, this is the creator behind both of these channels, and the conversation can go anywhere when she starts. It's been a few months, but we'll see if she's going to do some more live streams. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And next up is Prez the Investor. So let's see what they've got going on. I caught them again today. I'm not sure if they're live quite every day. We look at their channel just about every day because ever since Lisa J. Stocks introduced us to this creator, they've been here almost all the time. Sweet Melissa must have renewed that membership, so thank you for that, or picked up that gifted membership, I think. I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Pardon me, my voice is struggling today. I think I'm dehydrated, actually. Prez the Investor is going to talk to us about the stock markets and investing. And this creator is very forthcoming about their own portfolio, their own investments, their own stock plays. They talk about things like ETFs, dollar cost averaging, dividends, often with charts and graphs behind them as well. When we look at live streams on the channel, we see they've been live just about every day, almost for the last long while. There's Lisa J. Stocks right there with them. Sometimes Prez is by themselves, sometimes they have a guest. When we look at shorts on the channel, we get some more bite-sized information here, but getting into 500 and 600 views on the way towards 700. And then videos are posted frequently as well, usually at least once a week. They're giving us portfolio updates to let us know how some of their stock plays are working out. We'd love to push this creator towards the 500 subscribers we know they're thinking about. It's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey now. And pretty witty and risky is making me laugh. Let's spin the wheel. The truth is, I wish I would be more fun. You know, it's all business all the time, and we want to get through as many channels as we can. I know I break off into story time frequently here in Tuber Chat, but we want to get through as many channels as possible, so I just keep it rolling and don't inject too much humor into the streams myself. Although, see, I know not everybody in the world appreciates sarcasm as much as I do, so therefore I try to keep it to a minimum here, because I have more than once gotten myself in heated situations where somebody hasn't understood my Canadian comedy, as I like to call it, and so therefore, you know, we keep Tuber Chat pretty straight and narrow, let's just say. Scratch and PPA we're going to talk about in a second here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Duchess of Darkness, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Cruise Nuts, good to have you here as well. Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now, known as one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, which is now beyond 7 years. This creator is literally the reason why I use the word seem to be everywhere all the time, because he certainly does. Most creators who've already connected with him will say that they have him on their list of the most supportive creators. I don't know how I don't have my red line on his latest video here. I was certain that I left my phone running. I was not able to be there. I was working, but I hopped in, I don't know if it was 15 minutes before it started or something like that. I thought I left it running, but I might have to replay his latest video now. Usually I'm there, and he premieres every Tuesday with perfect consistency for about 3.5 years now. If you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuberchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Garden State Gardener, Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, and a few select others. It is very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. And what he brings to us in his video series is the Scratch Challenge. And this is where he pits 2 scratch lottery tickets against each other and gives us the chance to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Now, this creator's had presentation at the forefront of his mind ever since the very beginning. We met Scratch and PPA about 4 years ago. He, right from his very first video, has had his video editing skills complimented repeatedly, and then you notice that his bright bold avatar is matched by the content in his thumbnails, which give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series, and his banners updated every single week, if you can imagine that as well. This fellow Canadian is working on 2,200 subscribers now, and he's monetized as well. You can support him with super chat, super thanks, super stickers, and then when we get into shorts on this channel, we see that he expanded his content this year when he took a trip to Italy and brought back a lot of vlogging style shorts that gave us an idea about the different areas he visited while he was in Italy. He also brought us some Italian lottery tickets that we might not have otherwise seen, and his very first live stream on the channel. So I know a lot of people will be very excited if they haven't already seen that he's expanded the content on the channel, brought in some more variety, and we're looking forward to much more from Scratch and PPA, of course. So hopefully everybody will connect to this otherwise generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who happens to be a beloved and dedicated moderator here. And like I said, I refer to him as a shining jewel in the Tuberchat family. We can all agree that this channel and these streams would not be what they are without his help. I promise you, I make as many mistakes as anybody, maybe more, and he luckily is able to catch most of them, or probably all of them. So I hope everybody will connect with him now if you haven't already. Social Media Grow Show, good to see you in the house. And that is our good friend Commander Vlogs, with a channel dedicated to streams similar to what we're doing here. You'll meet more friends and family members over there with Social Media Grow Show. He's been at this a long time as well. Lawn Lifters, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. What we're going to do right now is take another break for about 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play you another clip from our video series now that's been released. The first 2 episodes are up. I am way behind in getting the 3rd and 4th episodes edited. They've been recorded, but these are dropping on the first Saturday of every month. And what they are interview style conversations between myself and creators who've been friends of Tuberchat for several years. All of these conversations go on for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. I'm just playing tiny little clips here in the streams. Every one of the creators featured has long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together, so we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help. And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. But you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well. Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not go with YouTube's policies. We have a lot of fun with pranking each other and stuff like that. What we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or pranks wise, that skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do say a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not. But we've learned that shorts really help us have them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're just about back looking at Carolina Diamond Production. So this is another creator who's been a longtime friend of Tuberchat. They've been with us for several years, I believe, as well. Now, they're working on 900 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And when we look at their channel, I can see they've been posting quite a few videos over the last month. I'm just going to grab the latest one from yesterday. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Even though this video is quite long, what I'm going to do then is put it at the end of my playlist. So what happens is when you make a playlist, you can order the videos if you want to anyway at all. I often will order playlists by the shortest video to the longest, so that when I have half an hour to sit and watch videos, I can watch, you know, anywhere from 15 to 20, because they're all 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 and 5 minutes, let's just say. And then the longer stuff gets run when you run out of time. So Carolina Diamond Productions, I'm looking forward to that though, because it says a juicy barbecue pork chops that seem to be a full video, so I'll be looking forward to that. When we look at Carolina Diamond Productions, we see that they're bringing a lot of variety on their channel. Few more cooking videos when we dig through here, and then more variety, a chance to get to know her. When we look at shorts on this channel, these have gotten into 2,600, 3,100, 4,300 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. They just did one yesterday, and I think they've been doing these frequently. Yeah, I caught them a couple days ago. I'm just going to rerun this because my red line is not all the way across. And then that looks like a complimentary live stream to the video that they just put out as well. So we've got notification bells on for every single channel. Hopefully that means I'll catch you for one of your live streams again soon. And then, oh, the first person, that's an interesting game. Calico Panthers Catch a Deal's dropping a super chat so that I'll put a channel on the screen right away. But they're giving the chance to have anybody who wants to name... oh, never mind. I'm reading faster than I'm thinking over here. So thank you, Calico Panthers Catch a Deal. Yes, so the first person to, I guess, say the word Heidi in the chat, or Sweet Melissa, who responded to it. We'll put Sweet Melissa's channel up on the screen right away, and then just let me make sure I'm not making another mistake here. But thank you, Calico Panthers Catch a Deal, for that. That's 10 the sheep where you are. Don't pass them by with 2 channels, and that lets one channel skip the wheel. And then you're making me laugh, yes, because I started reading before I was thinking about what I was saying, but that's okay. And then thank you. Social Media Grow Show is going to be up next because they just dropped a super chat as well, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And after another little while, probably half an hour from now, I'll add another name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And oh, my something is, oh, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing here again. Pardon me while I'm fiddling with the windows on my computer here. Yes, Jevin Richardson, I'm sure. And then Sweet Melissa. So you have Calico Panthers Catch a Deal to thank for that. This creator is now working on 300 subscribers. Sweet Melissa's here just about every day, and I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. This creator lets us know on their About section that they are a member of a lot of different product review and testing sites or programs. And what they do on their channel is they bring us the products that they review and test in unboxing and review videos. So they actually have another series here as well. Now again, I don't know why my red line's not all the way across, so I'm going to rerun this video for you. But this is something that they've done where they've won a product from another creator. So lots of unboxings here, and Sweet Melissa's been at this for a long time, but there's variety in everything here. There's household products, there's snacks, there's bath and beauty products, and some of it's a mystery. So when we look at shorts videos here, We see that this creator's also done well, getting into 1,200, 2,100, 7,000 views and beyond. And then again, we'd love to push this creator towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. And then Z's Gaming and Home Theater channel. Good to see you in the house. That's the same creator behind Z's Show Cruise Fun. Yes, they've got 2 different channels. They've been a friend for a long, long time. And thank you one more time, Calico Panthers Catch a Deal, for that. And then Social Media Grow Show's up right now. He dropped a super chat. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. This is another friend that's probably been with us about 4 years as well, pretty close to it. This is Commander Vlogs with a second channel called Social Media Grow Show, where he is doing live streams that are very similar to what we do here in Superchat. As a matter of fact, when you look around the screen here on Superchat at the little widgets and the member slides and things like that, the stream boss under the camera and everything, that was all inspired by the screen that Social Media Grow Show had used 4 years ago. We used to use StreamYard for these streams, and then when I wanted more bells and whistles, I moved to OBS and Streamlabs Desktop, which I use today. But when you head over to Social Media Grow Show, you're going to meet more friends and family members in a similar way to what we do here. I see they've got a live stream set up for tonight, so they're going to start that right after Tuber Chat today, and that'll give everybody an opportunity to catch more friends and family members. Of course, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They just got a couple videos for now, a few shorts that bring a lot of variety. 11,000, 12,000. One of these has 19,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well are almost every single day. So hopefully everybody will connect with Social Media Grow Show, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And like I said, Commander Vlogs has been a longtime friend. Just to show you the kind of influence that a creator like this can have, Commander Vlogs is now over 30,000 subscribers. Sorry, 40,000. 40,000 subscribers. I was mistaken. And like I said, he's been at this a long time. The creator behind this channel will bring pure variety in his videos. It's a chance to get to know him, follow his life and adventures. Shorts bring pure variety as well. He's got one of these at 3 million views, which is great. And then live streams as well. He's done a lot of Social Media Grow Show. Here he's given us a behind the scenes look, which is really cool as well. And then he's done a lot of grow streams like this. This is what we call streams like Tuber Chat and what Commander Vlogs were doing for a long time. So hopefully everybody will connect with Commander Vlogs. He's been a long-time friend. We've actually had quite a friendship even outside of what we're doing with our YouTube channels, for which I'm grateful. He cares very much about the YouTube journey and those of us in the Tuber Chat family. Be Amazing Sylvia is up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Be Amazing Sylvia is up on the screen right now. This is another creator who's been a friend of ours for what I think is about 4 years, pretty close to it. Be Amazing Sylvia, I believe, was with us before we even started the Tuber Chat live streams just over 4 years ago now. Be Amazing Sylvia is one of the original 7 members of the Drop the Link Day crew, which also did a different type of grow stream between these different creators, and she continues that tradition today in a lot of live streams. Now that it's not that there are a right way and a wrong way to connect, but we've been doing the same thing we've been doing here in Tuber Chat for many years, so we just stick to the program. But Be Amazing Sylvia is well versed in all things YouTube, and she can help you grow in different ways as well. Variety Trading Card Collector, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Austin's World Adventure, welcome to you, being here for the first time. I thought I recognized your channel name, but perhaps we ran into each other outside, or I could be mistaken. Lewis Acre Farm Karma, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated always, and for that reason, we'll put that channel on the screen next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. When we look at Be Amazing Sylvia, we see a channel that's now getting close to 13,000 subscribers and monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I caught her for a premiere earlier today, this one here. She brings pure variety into her videos, usually a chance to get to know her, maybe hanging out with her daughter. Pure variety in her videos, but always inspiring, always motivating. And then when we get into shorts, you're going to see some real magic on this channel. She plugged into a formula that really worked well for her a while back, and it's led to some explosive growth. 250,000 views here, more than 500,000 views here, and almost, over 750,000 views on one of these shorts, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel, like I said, are frequent. They got one coming up tomorrow where you'll have an opportunity to meet more friends and family members in a similar way to what we do here. And Be Amazing Sylvia also happens to have another channel. Of course, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get to Sylvia's Daily Positivity, this is a channel she started with her daughter. There's a lot of family togetherness here, a chance to get to know them. She's moved into motivating and inspiring content with shorts, where she's posting over here more frequently. So 1,700, 3,100 views on a couple of these, which is great to see. And she's working on 300 subscribers on this second channel. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit closer to that milestone. We know she's thinking about it as well. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Bella's Whisper Farmstead is up on the screen right now with almost 1,400 subscribers, or halfway there. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, but since they have passed their 1,300 subscribers, we know that they're officially on the road to 1,400. Halfway there, as a matter of fact. So when we look at Bella's Whisper Farmstead, we're going to get into a speech that I've been saying every stream for the last 4 streams, which is, see this tiny house tour video. I intended today, right when I sat down, I was going to watch this video as the last thing I did before starting the stream today. And I have not yet watched it. I've run it 3 times already, but I'm going to put this video back into my catch-up list for what I think is the 4th time now, so that I can go and finally watch it. And the reason why I've seen lots of Bella Whisper Farmstead's content, sometimes we watch, well, hopefully most often we watch videos, sometimes we run them. I'm sure everybody's just happy to have the watch hours more than anything else. And then this one, I'm just fascinated by tiny homes. So I've been wanting to see this video, so I'm going to watch this video specifically at some point. So I won't promise anymore because it's getting ridiculous, but I insist that someday between now and Friday, when we're on again, I'll have this video watched finally. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead is bringing us homesteading on a budget. They're mostly outdoors. This is Kristen and Mike, but occasionally they bring us indoors for some renovation or building. A barn dominium, for instance. They've got shorts that have gotten into 2,200, 2,600, and 3,200 views. Which is great to see, and then live streams as well, something that they're doing fairly frequently. I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these. It's been already a month, but I got notification bells on for every single channel. So when we run videos, just to be clear though as well, these videos, YouTube gives us this red line to say that a video has been watched. So you see, like lately, I've been able to catch most of what they've done, either watching them or running them. But when we run a video for the second time, while we can't be 100% sure because we're not Google engineers, and you know, I don't know if I'd believe one if we had one in front of us, a lot of our friends, including Two Pineapples, Moz6510 Models, which you all probably know the names of, and many other creators, including all of our moderators here, Scratch and PPA, the Stock Explorer, many others, have all done a ton of experimenting on watch hours, running playlists, running videos, rerunning them. So we insist that running a video more than once does not help the watch hours. So that wouldn't be why we do it at all. If a video's already been watched, it is what I believe impossible to trick the system. Although we can't be 100% sure, that's the idea. So I always push everybody into the idea of trying to find a new friend to swap playlists with instead of trying to run the same playlist more than once. But in this case, it's literally because I want to see this particular video that I keep talking about it so much and rerunning it, because I keep running the catch-up list if I don't have a chance to watch it. And like I said, I order the videos all the time, and I just haven't had a chance to sit there and watch that video, but I want to. So I insist that I will. And then thank you, Jevin Richardson, and thank you everybody for being here. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours and everything. And pardon me, Scratch and PPA caught another mistake today. I'm making more mistakes today than ever, where Lewis Acre Farm Karma dropped a super chat. So we're going to put their channel up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Lewis Acre Farm Karma's here with almost 300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I think we have another brand new channel in the chat, if I'm not mistaken, Life with Lucian Glynn. Am I pronouncing that right? Please let me know if I'm not, if there's a better way for me to pronounce that. I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. Lewis Acre Farm Karma is another creator who's here with us frequently. They give us positivity and motivation right away on their banner. Love and Faith is what we're going to find in the channel, including with their husband Logan. They're in Southwest Idaho. They give us more information on that About page when we look at their I group a lot of channels together when I talk about homesteading. So farming, ranching, gardening are obvious. Sometimes I include fishing, camping, hiking, and other outdoor channels like prepping and bushcraft and things like this, because these creators seem to bring a similar type of content, but a mentality of generosity, where they are not only willing but enthusiastic about sharing knowledge and resources with each other and with others. So Lewis Acre Farm Karma mostly is going to bring us outdoor content. We see some garden videos there. We see indoor cooking video here as well. When we get into shorts on the channel, we see that these have gotten into 1,500, 2,500, 6,100 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel as well, where we get into where we get into streams that are more frequent than once a week, most often, which is great to see. So Meet Me Monday is a series that they've got going on, and it's been a while since I caught you, a couple weeks already, I think longer than that, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one. And I know I keep saying it, but we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That gives us the best chance of catching each other as often as we can. Star Homestead India, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Lucia, am I pronouncing that right if I say it that way? Life with Lucia and Glenn, and I will try to remember that. Traveling Fools, good to see you in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing another channel. Strange Dog Comic Stuff is in the house. I feel like I recognize that channel as well. So forgive me for not being certain if you've been with us once before, or if we caught each other outside supporting somebody else. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And when we look at what we're doing next, thank you again, Lewis Acre Farm Karma, for a super chat. They've done that before. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. As soon as that happens, then we get back to spinning the wheel. And after not too long, actually, I think right now, I'm going to add another name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Tales Told in the Dark is coming up next. Leonard Mountain Homestead's about to be added to the wheel, and I'll pick another name out of our chat based on who's been most actively engaged. We'll be back in 3.5 minutes. Pardon me for a quick second. I need another probably 3 minutes, but we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Thank you, everybody, for your patience, by the way, for the extra couple of minutes there. I try not to do that too often. And then when we look at the screen, we see that I spun the wheel right before we went on break there, and we've got Tales Told in the Dark, who's a longtime friend. She's been with us for almost 4 years as well. So I did promise that I would add another name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And even though some days, Tuber Chat's always busy, so thank you everybody for that. Some days are busier than others, but essentially we've always made sure that you do not have to Super Chat. You do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. I know that it takes a very long time, and I appreciate everybody's help. I've done everything I can to slow the streams down. You notice I don't do any sharing anymore on social networks like Facebook, Twitter, anything like that, because we've got enough traffic as soon as we go live, even when they're pop-ups. So I know it sounds ridiculous the way I say it, but I promise you we've done a lot of experimenting to try to keep things manageable, but make sure we get as many channels on the screen as we can. So I added Brooklyn Rose Gifts onto the wheel. They've been with us for the better part of the stream. I think almost from the beginning, as a matter of fact. Moon Rose Crafts, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And thank you again, Social Media Grow Show, dropping another super chat. He's done that countless times before, and I know the reason why he's doing that right now, to make sure his name gets to the top of the event list. So if you look at that widget that's at the bottom center of the screen, you'll see it keeps track of a lot of super chat and membership ideas there, the last 6 or 7 that have happened, and then Social Media Grow Show just took the top position again, so he'll be there for a while. But thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. Tales Told in the Dark, like I said, is Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. This creator's been with us for what I think is 4 years now, and they've got over 2,000 subscribers on this newer second channel from this creator. So I'm going to show you their original channel in a moment. I still have yet to reach out to them. I'm going to make a note for myself right now. Actually, just because I want to ask them what they're doing with the first channel there. I'll show you why in a moment. Now, Tales Told in the Dark lets us know that they are bringing us ASMR type ideas with mythology, mythical creatures, cryptids, scary stories, history, and much more. Stories told, read, narrated by Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. When we look at Tales Told in the Dark, we see they got a brand new video from yesterday. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. Playlists can be a great tool for that, of course. And then we see that they post frequently, but they've also got some shorts here. A lot of these bring a lot of variety, like we'd expect from a lot of channels here in the Tuber Chat family, regardless of category or niche. They got into 4,000 and well above 5,000 views on a few of these, which is great. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're going live occasionally. So we'll keep our eyes open. They might be due for another one soon. I know Cassie best from Oracles and Beyond, and particularly the live streams where they have brought us a lot of Oracle readings. And that's not just from Cassie, but her friends as well. So all the content you're going to find here is along those lines, or complementary to the idea of Oracle readings, which can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening today, what might be to come. Then they've got shorts on the channel as well. These bring a little bit more variety, but they've gotten into 2,000, 2,200, 2,300 views, and then live streams on the channel. So this is where I know them best. They have lots of oracle readings between Cassie and her friends, an unlimited seeming amount of decks between them to give us a lot of variety as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with oracles and beyond. I think I saw Duchess of Darkness in the house as well. D-Rock is here. Good to have you in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. So I'm going to try to move a little bit faster so we can get through as many channels as possible today. We still got an hour to go. And next up, it looks like we're going to see Jesse Miller, unboxings and more. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at Jesse Miller unboxings and more, we see a creator that's working on 2,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Now, Jesse Miller unboxings and more does a lot of unboxing videos, as we would expect. Occasionally, they'll have a friend mail video or a giveaway on their channel. But a lot of what they do is a bit of a mystery to us, of course, but Jesse Miller Unboxings and More mixes up a lot of unboxing videos between hauls, between things that they're sent, and then between mystery subscription boxes as well. The content that comes, or the items that come within the unboxing videos, let's just say, are featured often on the shorts videos on the channel. These can range from anything from jewelry to snacks to stationery to bath and beauty products, some crafting. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More not only unboxes and describes the different products that they get, they talk about the crafting and collaborations that they get involved with the products that they unbox as well. When we get into live streams, we see that Jesse Miller Unboxings and More comes on about once a month. She's probably due for another one soon. Hopefully we'll catch her for that. Everybody's always got notification bells on for every single channel to give us the best chance of catching each other as often as possible. But Jesse Miller Unboxings and More also does a spectacular job of keeping up with the chat. And the thing about this creator, she's been with us about 4 years as well, but her support for me, for us, for Tuber Chat, for everybody in the family that I see her connected to has increased over the years, which is great to see at home. It's great to see because we all know how difficult that must be, especially when you start following hundreds and potentially maybe even thousands of channels. Brooklyn Rose Gifts is coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And thank you, Beautiful Life Sage. Hopefully we'll see you again. We expect to be here at noon on Friday, and then we're usually here 3 times a week. This week, noon on Friday, 9 p.m. Sunday, and then we'll see what happens after that. I have a bit of a tight schedule and full plate. No busier than anybody else, but I have to schedule our Tuber Chat streams around other work and things like that. So as soon as I can let everybody know, we'll find a way to do that. Brooklyn Rose Gifts is up here right now. I was mistaken. For some reason, I was thinking they were here for the first time. And I wonder if I'm right about that, or if they were here. I'm not sure if I connected with them outside of Tuber Chat. Odd that I would have a video of 2.5 minutes here, unless it's been a while and they've posted these videos since then. So forgive me for being mistaken. I promise you, I try to remember what everybody does on their channels. I fumble as often as anybody would expect and lose track of how long some of our friendships have gone on, actually. So Brooklyn Rose Gifts is here with 46 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the first 100. They do have another video here from a month ago that's over 3 minutes. And the reason why I talk about 3-minute videos is because when we're connecting with creators, we want to be looking for videos that are at least 3 minutes long. We want to watch the full video from beginning to end, very important, and we want want to leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, I recommend 3 or 4 sentences to make your comment unique and make sure it gets noticed as well. And then we always give the thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on. But where possible, we want to make sure we're watching videos at least 3 minutes long. The latest one they've got is perfect to connect with. So they let us know on their About section they're bringing us, personalized gifts, gift ideas, craft strolls, foodie, and other types of content. When we get into shorts on the channel, we see that these have gotten into 400 views and beyond, almost 500, and one well beyond 700. So hopefully we'll see those continue to grow as they post more and more as well. I'm sure we will. And we'll spin the wheel, and then we'll look forward to seeing Brooklyn Rose gifts again. And I will know that they've been here before. Globies Travels is coming up now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Now, Globies Travels is another creator who's here with us just about every single stream. I know not everybody can be, but I like to recognize it occasionally. And they are from Memphis, Tennessee, but they let us know on their channel that they're going to bring us travel content both close to home and when they travel far away. So they bring us to touristy type destinations, and as I skim through a lot of the thumbnails here, you'll get an idea of the types of things they're bringing to us. When we get into shorts videos on this channel, we see that these have moved as well into 3,700, 6,900, 13,000 views, which is great to see. And then Globies Travels, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We would like to push them a little bit closer to the 600 subscribers we know they're thinking about. They literally only need 6 more subscribers to get there. So we know that they're going to have it, if not today, any day now. Hopefully everyone will connect with them. And then I'm going to spin the wheel again. So I know we just took an extended break, and what we're going to do right now is take another one in a quick second here. Right before we do that, I'm going to play you another clip from our video interview series. And what I'm talking about there is a new bunch of videos that we've been premiering. The first 2 episodes are already out. The next 2 are recorded. They need to be edited and posted. We're dropping these on the first Saturday of every month. These are conversations in an interview style that have gone on anywhere from an hour to 2 hours with creators who have long been friends of TuberChat. Usually, I think all of them have been friends of ours for 3 years or longer, and every one of them has long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start jump into a conversation like that. instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel, if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
Pardon me. Today, instead of going on another break there, we're just going to get back right into channels, right back into channels here. We're doing well today, moving faster than we usually do, which means we're going to get to more channels on the screen than we usually do as well. And thank you, everybody. I know I was muted there for a quick second. Again, mistake after mistake, right? So, we still got a few names on the wheel, but it's very soon going to be time for me to start adding names one at a time from our chat list. That's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. For any of our members that might be listening or watching that haven't been on the screen yet, if you don't see your name on the wheel, just please be active in the chat and I will make sure to get you on there. I only removed a few names earlier, but I also saw Travel Escapes with the Brooms and Rambling with the Brooms is in the house as well. So they're on there as a member and a moderator, of course. And then what we're going to do right now is see that I've made another mistake. So Butler Family Farm was supposed to be up. We'll get Butler Family Farm, Jerry and Susan, up onto the screen right now, and I'll get back to spinning in another moment. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then when we look at Butler Family Farm, we see a channel that brings us 116 acres of farming and homesteading type content. Pardon me. I'm just going to grab their latest video. They just put this out, what I think is this morning. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. They're probably up much earlier than I am. And that was 15 hours ago. So I'll put that video on my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. Jerry and Susan share the camera work on this channel, and they show us everything that's involved in looking after their 116-acre property, including the equipment, the livestock. They've got bees on the channel. They got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, and cats and dogs. Sometimes family will come by, and sometimes they're out introducing us to other creators, both in real life meetups and live streams, where they do some StreamYard panels as well. Lots of chance to be indoors with them, mostly outdoors. Sometimes Jerry's in the shop over here, bringing us homesteading type content, and then shorts on this channel fall mostly in line with what they're doing in their long form content here. They've gotten into 10,000, 12,000, and 25,000 views on some of their videos. shorts videos, that is. And then we're going to look at the live streams here and see that they've got a few set up. So they're usually live every Monday. I think that's the 15th here. They've got the next 2 weeks ready to go. And on the third week from now, I believe it is, they're going to be celebrating a 40th wedding anniversary, which is great to see. These creators bring variety into their live streams, but most often what they're doing is giving us a chance either to get to know them like this, where Jerry and Susan are behind the camera, or sometimes with StreamYard panels. And I've joined them on their channel as well. Lots of familiar faces. You'll also be introduced to lots more new friends. And they take us out for outdoor live streams, particularly when they go for these large meetups with typically 80 channels worth of creators and supporters for the Mid-America meetup and other ones like it in the Ozarks and everything else. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm, everybody's BFF. They're here with us just about every single day. They're giving away 40 items on their 40th wedding anniversary. That's going to be really interesting to see, and I'm sure it's going to be a action-packed live stream. And then thank you so much, Shangy Girl. Good to see you in the house. Good to have you here. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a quick second. It looks like it's going to be another member and moderator, our dear friend, the Stock Explorer. Now, Nora has been going live frequently this week. I think they've been live almost every day for a few days here. I think I missed one today. I could be mistaken, of course. We'll find out in a second. I've caught them a couple times this week. The Stock Explorer is typically going to talk about the stock market and a little bit of crypto. They do so in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They bring us everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics, and they do that through video shorts and live streams. Pardon me just for 1 second here. My dear goodness, my voice is crapping out on me a little bit early. But we'll try to keep it going. The Stock Explorer often has product in hand, and you can see that here. I've seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and then unbox it on a live stream, which I thought was cool. Now, Nora also brings shorts into the channel with pure variety. So this is a perfect example of what I talk about, where regardless of the category or niche of the channel, a lot of creators here in the Superchat family are bringing pure variety into the shorts videos. Some of these have done extremely well, 2,700, 3,900, and one over 10,000 views, which still gets views trickling in, I know that for sure. Pardon me. And then this creator as well as monetize, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And you see, yes, I did miss today's live stream, but I got them yesterday, the day before that. Nora also is somebody who does streams typically as pop-ups. They are a hard worker, and they move things around and come on whenever they can. The Stock Explorer is going to help us with our finances. Of course, they talk about everything from options to NFTs and things like that. AI systems they were talking about a couple of years ago already. Now that most of us are using, have used ChatGPT or might be using it frequently. I had a conversation with a few people earlier today. I was out for lunch with a few longtime friends, and we were talking about AI. And the point that I always come back to, at the table there was 4 of us. We all have used things like ChatGPT. I actually pay for it. I use it frequently. But I said the key to the idea behind AI is going to be knowing the tools that are available, so you pretty much know what's possible, although it changes all the time and it's growing rapidly. But as well, being prepared to be able to use the tools so that you can otherwise teach people or do work for others. Right? Whether it's paid or not, kind of thing. And then you'll be in a great position. We all have met people who will say something along the lines of, I don't even know how to turn on a computer, which is fine. And there will be people who say, oh, I don't even know anything about AI. There's nothing wrong with that, but you can be on the other side of the fence if you want to, by getting involved in some of that stuff. There's lots of email newsletters out there, just like there are for stocks and crypto and things like that, that will let you know about AI tools. I just found it interesting that the Stock Explorer, I went back to watch one of their older videos from a couple years ago the other day, and they had mentioned AI in that video, so I thought that was kind of cool. Pardon me. And then they've got a second channel here called Tropical Buzz. This is where Nora is going to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're growing themselves. And then this creator happens to live in Florida, so they got a perfect climate for this kind of a channel. Some shorts on the channel as well have already moved into hundreds of views, and we're hoping to see some new content and help push them towards the 300 subscribers we know they're thinking about on this channel as well. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get Leonard Mountain Homestead up in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Now, I caught them what I think was for the first time for a live stream yesterday. That was this right here. And I was happy for that. They had a StreamYard panel going on with some familiar faces. You'll have to go back and watch that to see what I'm talking about. But Leonard Mountain Homestead is a channel that recently found us here in the Tuber Chat family, probably less than a couple months ago. But they've been here frequently, and I think they try to make every stream. Now, I know not everybody can. And I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, but sometimes I like to recognize it when we find creators that are going over and above to make sure that they're here as often as they can be. Leonard Mountain Homestead's been doing that since they found us, which is great to see. I see them out supporting other creators as well. They're already over 1,000 subscribers, but we'd love to help push them towards the 1,100 they're going to be thinking about. Shorts on their channel, I'm still getting to know their content, but they've gotten into 2,500, 26, 27, and 39. A lot of what they're doing here falls in line with what we'd expect from a homesteading channel. Most of their shorts are in line with their long form content, and then we get a chance to see different types of videos, mostly outdoors. Occasionally they bring us into their home or take us out on an adventure as well. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. It's going to be pretty witty and risky. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So now we're in plenty of time. I've moved faster through channels today than the last many streams. What that means is that we're going to get the opportunity to see many more channels than we otherwise sometimes do. So for anybody that's listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just be active in the chat and I'll start getting channels on. I try to do it based on who's been most actively engaged. When we get late into the stream, I'm kind of doing it one at a time after watching the chat in the background here. I got Jevin Richardson and Moonrose Crafts onto the wheel right now. We know Social Media Grow Show is lining up for a live stream that might start in about a half an hour. They're going to be doing the same type of thing we're doing here. Pretty Witty and Risky is working on 1,900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They have got a new video from today. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. Playlist can be a great tool for that. I mention it all the time. And when we look at Pretty Witty and Risky, we see some exciting, I believe, live streams, right? I've caught you for. They've got notifications for a couple that are coming up in the next couple of days or weeks. I've caught them a few times for live streams, so always an exciting time. Lottery ticket scratching is a much bigger genre than I would have expected ever until we started the Tuber Chat channel. Now we have a lot of friends in the lottery ticket scratching genre. So there's an idea behind this as well. When you have people that come into your channel that are not necessarily from your same niche, like what we're doing here in Superchat, almost everybody in the chat has a different type of channel and certainly unique content. When that happens, if you catch somebody that's seeing lottery ticket scratching on YouTube for the first time, you have a chance to turn that person into a fan of lottery ticket scratching on YouTube, not just your channel, therefore benefiting your whole community, because you might find people then who are starting to follow a lot of lottery ticket scratching channels, even if they're not going to do it themselves, just because they find it fun. So that's an example of how we can all do that, regardless of the category or niche of our channels. Even if you have a variety channel, some of the content you might be able to make fans of, if the content, whether it's a how-to video, whether it's entertainment, or regardless of what the theme is, if any of that makes sense. So that's just an idea. And then Pretty Witty and Risky has got a couple of live streams coming up. Like I said, we've got notifications on for them, and we always set notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. And again, that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then, thank you, Brooklyn Rose Gifts. Hopefully we'll see you again shortly. Travel Escapes with the Brooms is coming up right now. This is a travel channel from Scott, another fellow Canadian from Rambling with the Brooms. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Travel Escapes with the Brooms, we see just a few videos so far from Scott, but you probably recognize him because he's been featured on so many other channels. I forget how many channels he's a moderator of, but it's got to be beyond 150 by now. 58 subscribers over here. We'd love to push him towards the first 100. He intends on bringing a lot of travel content here, and that makes sense because he's actually got a project going with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, involving travel and specifically a cruise that's going to go to Alaska for a week from Seattle in August of 2025. So we still got over a year to get ready for that, and they're trying to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters over there. And then Travels and Gardening with DJ. I'm going to put your channel on the wheel right now. And then when we look at Rambling with the Brooms, so there's Scott again. This is his original channel, monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Typically, he brings us homesteading content, a little bit outdoors. A lot of times he's indoors. He's got live streams as well, and I've been lucky enough to catch him actually making some of the famous Canadian maple syrup that we seem to be known for. Rambling with the Brooms is now over 3,000 subscribers, and you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. RX Nails, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And when we look at shorts on Rambling with the Brooms, we're going to see that he's got quite a few views here, getting into 2,000, 3,000, and almost 8,000 views on one of these, bringing us all 4 seasons, of course, being in Canada, and then live streams on the channel. Feature a couple of series. He's usually here for Procrastination Thursday and either Shenanigan Friday or what might now be Primetime Friday. Lots of familiar faces in StreamYard panels, but he'll also introduce you to a lot of other creators. He hits the road and meets up with creators all the time, collaborating with others. As a matter of fact, we met up just a couple of months ago with Just Jason Keto and more, Brampton Gardner, and another city councilor friend of Rambling with the Broom. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scott on both of his channels. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and a beloved and dedicated moderator here as well, and he has been for a long, long time. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And what we're going to do right now is take one more break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play you one more clip from our interview video series. The first 2 episodes are already published. The next 2 are coming soon. And all of the creators featured here had conversations with me for anywhere from an hour to closer to 2 hours All of them have been longtime friends of the Tuber Chat family, and they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So, Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What you put, you know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, the sugar go on grits, sugar or salt. So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you, you have an interest in this particular topic.
Alright, we're just about back, and we're going to look at Travels and Gardening with DJ, and then we'll take it one at a time right now. Now, Social Media Grow Show is going to go live right after Tuber Chat, so he's getting ready right now, going to wolf down a quick meal, and we'll see how many channels we can get through before he starts. We've been on for just about 3 hours now, or 2.5 anyway. Typically, we sometimes will run a music stream. Pardon me, from our music channel, for those of you who've seen that. For those of you who haven't, all of the same music you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos, shorts, and streams, and all of that music is published on all major music platforms like Spotify, Deezer, Amazon, iTunes, and everywhere else. But we also have a YouTube channel, and it's available on YouTube Music. On our channel, we have often run streams where you can hang out. It's like a virtual nightclub over there. There's a video game everybody can play in the chat. So we'll think about doing that for the next stream. Tonight's quite late, and what we'll do is give everybody an opportunity to keep connecting in a similar way to what we're doing here. And after Tuber Chat, I'll leave this running for 3 more minutes, and then we'll run over to Social Media Grow Show. He's a dear friend, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So if you don't mind, Social Media Grow Show, let us know when you're ready, and I'll set up the raid. I've already got the redirect ready to go. Travels and Gardening with DJs here with us just about every day as well, and they are over 1,100 subscribers now. This creator has got a brand new video today. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put it in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with them. Playlist can be a great tool for that, as Gloria's Platter knows in the chat. Travel and Gardening with DJ post frequently, as we can see. They're posting almost every day. They've changed up their channel a little bit, but they give us information about that and what to expect on their About page. They got some shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into now 1,600 and 1,800 views, which is great to see, and typically outdoor content on this channel. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Travels and Gardening with DJ. And then we will have a look at their channel again the next time that they're here. They happen to be very active in the chat. So more often than not, we see them, I'm sure. When we look at Gloria's Platter, we see another longtime friend of almost 4 years. And Jevin Richardson is another creator who's here with us just about every day. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So if I'm pronouncing this right, Lily Gazoo is in the house, and I've got them on the wheel as well. So I'm adding quite a few names now. Gloria's Platter is there. Cabarar Gaming is another longtime friend of about 4 years. And then Austin's World Adventures, yes, I'm going to put them onto the wheel as well. My copy and paste may not have worked perfectly today. And we'll rush through these channels, so we'll try to go a little bit faster. My voice is given out too. So again, Social Media Grow Show, just please let me know when you're ready. So Jevin Richardson is up on the screen. This is plane spotting. We see a few train spotting channels come through Tuber Chat, but this is the one-of-a-kind plane spotting that we see from Jevin Richardson, and they are posting frequently as well. They've got a premiere coming up in a few days. We set notifications for everything we see, including premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. They got some shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 17,000, 42,000 views with a little more variety, obviously some video gameplay there. And Jeremy D-Day, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up right away. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Marketplace Boutique is coming up right now, and they've got almost, well, they're working on 20, pardon me, They're working on 1,200 subscribers now. Jody is somebody who works in e-commerce and shares the ins and outs of buying and selling on platforms like eBay with us through their channel. Jody's here just about every single day. Marketplace Boutique, often collaborating with Backyard Trucker. I'm just going to grab her latest video. Not only does she talk about how to find the right things to buy and sell online to make a profit while giving people a good deal, she also takes us out shopping to show us where she finds some of the different things, like for instance collections that she breaks up and sells separately. Marketplace Boutique occasionally will bring in some variety, but 90% of the channel or more has to do with buying and selling and e-commerce. That was a career change that she was looking for, to spend more time at home. She's been doing this since 1998 after working in law. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,200, 1,400, 1,900 views. Sorry, 12,000, 14,000, 19,000 views. Yes, of course. Now, Marketplace Boutique brings pure variety into the shorts videos, regardless of the category or niche. And then again, they're live streaming frequently, often collaborating with Backyard Trucker and sometimes on their own. So hopefully everybody will connect with Marketplace Boutique, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who is here with us just about every single day. Since they collaborate with Backyard Trucker so much, and they both happen to have been in the chat for most of today's stream like they usually are, I'm going to talk about their channels together again. Judgment Day, Mike Harper, good to see you in the house. Jeremy D-Day's been a friend of about 5 years, since before Superchat was even a thought. When we look at Backyard Trucker, we see just a simple guy putting anything and everything online for people to enjoy. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with this channel as well. Backyard Truckers posting frequently. You get an idea of some of the auto repairs they're doing, along with the other variety on the channel. They're doing really well with dash cam footage, actually, being behind the wheel, of course. 11,000, 12,000, 13,000 now, which is great to see, and that's a brand new shorts video, or new to me anyway. They've got a live stream series going on as well. Pete saying he did a great job with a vertical live today. And 18,000 views, my dear goodness. Oh, yes. I think I must have seen that for a quick second. And, yes, pardon me for catching myself there. When I looked, it looked like there was 100 people in the chat. So that's great news. And this creator has experimented with a lot of live streaming. So we'll see what is the case with this vertical live, whether that was what sparked those views. I often have ideas about how videos jump enormously, and there's been a bit of that happening around the Tuberchat family lately, so we'll see. But that's good news. Backyard Truckers working towards 700 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. AS Blind Made Production. Alfonso, good to see you in the house. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Now, hopefully I'm pronouncing the name of this channel right. This is Lily Gazoo, and please correct me if I'm wrong. And this creator is officially on the road to 1,000 subscribers. They're here for the first time now, over 900, which is great to see. Controversial Cruising, good to see you in the house as well. When we look at this channel, we see that they're here for the first time. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. And one of the things I want to recommend for everybody connecting with this channel is they've got videos here over 3 minutes. We always want to be looking for a video that's 3 minutes or longer when we connect. They're right here. So if you don't see them right away, just please flip through the channel. Within the first few videos, you'll see them. I'm going to grab this video right here. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Next up is Jevin Richardson, and we'll see what they've got going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Oh, Jevin Richardson, we just looked at. Pardon me. Let's spin the wheel again, and we'll see who is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Judgment Day Mike Harper, I'm going to put on the wheel right now, and we'll take it one at a time until we hear from Social Media Grow Show, who's getting ready for a stream. And when we look at Gloria's Platter, we see a creator that is approaching 6,900 subscribers, monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And Gloria's Platter's been a friend of ours for about 4 years as well. She does a spectacular job on her channel. She has delicious looking content in a lot of her videos. Occasionally she'll take us out for an adventure. She started mixing up the content on her channel about a year ago, if I remember right. She's got a product review here as the latest video, so I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with her a little bit. And she's got over 2,200 videos in total, including shorts on her channel. Let's see how these are doing. This is a lot of variety, but you get an idea of some of the delicious looking things that she will make on her channel as well. Here she's gotten into 18,000 and 23,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel. She often collaborates with others. We've seen her do these many times before, and she's always considerate about getting her ingredients and things ready to go so that she can show us the full process, including prep, but not drag out the video with extra footage that's unnecessary while she's live streaming. One thing I've noticed about this enthusiastic creator, not to mention she does a really good job of engaging the chat by putting a kind of question type fun game or challenge into every video. You'll find that when you get there. Feijota King, Naruto Luffy Goku, good to see you on the house. I've got you on the wheel. And then Alfonso's just asking a quick question here, so I'll see what they're talking about. What can you do if someone is impersonating you by creating channels? The only thing you could do is report them. And what I would recommend is there's really not that much. The only thing you could do is let your moderators know, and then when they come in, you do something about that. What I have found is if you can, and I know it's difficult, but if you can, ignore the trolling that comes through, because obviously we're seeing a small start of this again. I don't know why in the summer, but a little bit of this. What we can find, or what I have found in my experience running many channels now, is that the worst of the worst usually dissipates after 2 weeks. Now, I promise you, I've gotten it bad before, and it can feel like an eternity while it's happening, because I've seen it happen to a lot of other people as well. I'm lucky as the host of Superchat to have people reach out both for the positives and for the negatives. But if you can ignore it, that's the best idea, including the moderators, because sometimes these people really know how to push buttons. But just report the channels that you see. Know that it can't go on forever. And it really doesn't affect anything, I promise you. Not one person in the chat, except for maybe Pete today, would even remember somebody impersonating me or doing something silly like that. If you don't find that you're having success right away with reporting just on YouTube, you can also reach out to the creator team. Lots of people have had success getting in touch with them on Twitter. So you could just drop a link to the offending channels, let's just say. But again, best idea is always to ignore it. And typically it goes away. Anybody who's been on YouTube for any amount of time has probably seen a bit of it. If you don't have a hater by the time you have 1,000 subscribers, it's coming by the time you have 2 in almost every case. But just let it roll off your sleeve if you can, or however that saying goes. Judgment Day Mike Harper is up on the screen right now. This creator is approaching 500 subscribers over here. They got 2 different channels actually, and they give us information about what to expect, as well as a bit to get to know them in their about section. When we get into videos, we see that they typically do some movie reviews, but they also give us a chance to get to know them, some life updates, some video gameplay. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,400 and 2,100 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator's on frequently. Seems to be almost once a week lately. But they've got another channel as well called Michael W. Harper. And this creator is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. When we look over here, we see more DVD reviews from this creator, another chance to get to know them, some more shorts, and these bring pure variety, getting into 400 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're live occasionally over here as well, and they're letting us know they've got new content coming up as well. So let's spin the wheel. We got another channel coming up in a quick second. And then, yeah, Social Media Grow Show. There's lots of different ways to look at that kind of thing. But luckily, what I can tell you as well, I'm very lucky as the host of Tuber Chat, like I said, because I get to hear from so many creators when things happen. What you will find is that even though the names change, the channels change, the genres change, and everything else, you will start to see the same exact words, phrasing, and behavior over and over again. It's really unfortunate. You don't wish it on anybody, but eventually they do move on and this and that. And there are places where that kind of activity is welcome, whether you can believe it or not, where people just, you know, they allow the trolls, let's say, to hang out because they want views and stuff. I can tell you right now, if I walk into a channel, doesn't matter how long I've been friends with the creator, and they're allowing trolls to hang out in the chat, make fake accounts and all that stuff, I will get quiet and stay away for a while. I'll always go back. I'll always support everybody. But if trolls are around, I let it go because we don't want them spreading around and this and that. Phase Yoda King, Naruto Luffy Goku, is another creator who's been with us a long time, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They bring animation and video gameplay on their channel. Some of their videos have done really, really well. When we get into especially shorts over here, we're going to see that these have gotten into 11,000, 13,000 views. And then when we get into live streams, we see more video gameplay from this creator, including a really short one from the other day. But hopefully we'll see more. They mix up the video games on the channel, and they've been here with us frequently. I think they've been friends of ours at least a couple of years. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, and I'm going to start dropping the link for the Social Media Grow Show. I'm almost hoping Commander Vlogs will go on a moment early here. But we'll get through as many channels as we can. Cabrar Gaming is coming up, another gamer. He's got 2 channels as well. He's been a friend of ours for 4 years. Now, this creator is incredibly supportive. And I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And 4,000 subscribers now. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of even 3,000 and beyond. Lately, they're doing some Grand Theft Auto walkthroughs. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Cabrar Gaming mixes up a lot of different gameplay, although they tend to do series like this. So for a week or two, they'll do one particular game, but they really mix them up. Lots of popular titles there. I'm always excited to see Grand Theft Auto, of course. Shorts on their channel have gotten into 45,000, 68,000 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they do these as well. They do a great job of keeping up with the chat. They'll always give you a warm welcome. You'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members when you get over there. And when we look at Cabarar Vlogs and Adventures, we see that this creator's got a second channel now where they're bringing us tech along with tips, tricks, and tutorials from the same creator behind Cabarar Gaming. So they're already over 1,200 subscribers over here. Some of these start to get into intermediate and maybe even advanced topics, but always very informative and helpful. They've got shorts on the channel as well, getting into 800 views and beyond, and live streams over here. I think they were chasing some watch hours, yes, so you'll be able to probably swap playlists with them as well, and anybody can do that with each other. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And thank you, Leonard Mountain Homestead. We're going to look right now at Austin's World Adventures. Jeremy D-Day's been added to the wheel. And let me just look through the chat for a quick second here. Austin's World Adventures is a brand new channel for the Superchat family. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of their videos. I usually look for something much longer than 3 minutes. So I'm going to take this 15-minute video. I'm going to put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up and subscribe and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then this week we expect to be here at noon on Friday and then 9 p.m. Sunday. Those are Eastern times, of course. I happen to be in Canada. I split my time between Niagara Falls and Toronto. Jeremy D-Day's coming up right now. Let's see what we are doing. It's interesting. So Moonrose Crafts, it's interesting that you're asking people to let you know where they came from, because there's an unwritten rule when it comes to grow streams that are similar to TuberChat, like Social Media Grow Show and a few others that have been there in the past. And what happens is, even in our interview series, one of the creators recommends do not tell everybody where you're from. Just talk about the video in your comments that you're leaving. So if you have people connecting with you and they're not saying, you know, I met you in TuberChat, it's because we typically don't do that. It's not against the guidelines. It's not against the terms of service or anything like that. I don't really even talk about that, but we typically don't do that very often. So just so you know, when you get a few friends that happen to have come from here, it's not that they're not listening to what you're saying. It's just we've been doing this for a long, long time, and a lot of people will just stick to what they're familiar with. Jeremy D-Day has been a friend of over 5 years now. He's been with me since long before TuberChat was even a thought on my personal channel. He's got 2 channels as well. We're going to look at both of them. This one's well over 1,000 subscribers, and he's done extremely well on the original channel. Over here, he's talking blogging, NFL jerseys, weather in Wisconsin, and other variety on the channel. He's got shorts over here that have gotten into 27,000, 68,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are occasional on the channel. When I look at JD Knight 7, I see the original channel from this creator, and like I said, he's been with me for about 5 years now. What he's doing here is album reviews, album rankings, music, shorts, and a little bit more variety. I'm going to grab his latest Blind Melon video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. You get an idea of the different diverse music that this creator enjoys and presents to us. They got shorts on their channel here with 350,000, 500,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel. We're just an experiment, but we'll keep an eye on the channel and see if they're going to bring those back. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So I've just dropped that link again. Hopefully everybody will head over to Social Media Grow Show. You can continue meeting friends and family members in a similar way to what we do here. Moonrose Crafts is up on the screen. They bring custom orders for crochet, beading, making signs for businesses, painting, and more. We'll get that information on their About section. There's a channel I'm still getting to know. They've got a couple of shorts over here already, and live streams are frequent. So they were on just a couple of days ago. I caught them a few months ago. So we've actually been friends longer than I thought. Hopefully I'll catch you again for one of these. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And 228 subscribers, so we'd love to push them towards the 300 they're thinking about. We're going to leave Tuber Chat running for an extra 3 minutes so everybody can clean up their connections here. Then I hope everybody will come over to Social Media Grow Show. I'll set the redirect is already set. We've got the link there as well. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. We'll expect to be back on Friday and again on Sunday. And thank you, Scratch and Pete PA, and our moderators for the help that you give. These live streams and chats couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help, I promise you. Wheats Art, good to see you in the house. I'm going to put their channel on the screen very, very quickly. We're just about to head out right now. But Wheats Art is a longtime friend. They bring fun into our chat. This is an art channel from this creator, but we know and love them as Wheat and Shaw. They've actually got maybe a brand new video. Yes, I'm going to put this video into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. But typically what they're bringing here is a lot of art, and then they show us the tools that they use to make the art that they feature on this channel. They got some shorts over here as well. You get an idea of what they're doing with some of this, what I consider therapeutic art, actually. And then when we look at Wheat and Shaw, we see the original channel from this creator. It can be a little bit edgy. I say a little bit, but I mean a lot of it, but it can be. Wheat and Shaw is pure variety and working on 700 subscribers. They're halfway there now. So this creator will give us more information on their About page. They got shorts on the channel that bring more pure variety, getting into 4,000 and 5,000 views. And then they get into live streams over here as well. And they're typically on frequently, at least a couple of times a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Wheat and Shaw and their channel called Wheats Art. And then AS Blind Made Productions. My understanding is that you can change your channel. You can move it from one account to another, but I don't want you to consider that to be true. It's just a thought because things change on YouTube all the time. I have never moved a channel from one account to another. I have never changed an email address that an account was registered to, if that makes sense. So the problem is I don't want to talk too in depth about things I have not experienced and things I can't be sure of, except to let you know it's pure opinion. So while that may be possible, I would only consider doing that in an extreme circumstance. And before you do that, please, please, please back up all of your content first, just in case the worst happens. Too many times we see channels either shut down or lost due to strikes and things like that, or creators quit. And in almost every case, they're back 2 weeks later, wishing that they had kept all of their content. So if you have a hard drive or a computer that's got enough space and things like that, it's easy to back up all your content. It takes a little bit of time, but you can do it. And then if the worst happened, you'd be able to at least upload, even though you'd be starting from scratch. But thank you again, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment. And then let's head out. We'll go over to Social Media Grow Show, and we'll see everybody again soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.